So... oh yeah, he's continuing. Continuing to bowl from the Diamond Creek trail end. And tries to play a leg glancy shot, but fails, so it's just a dot ball there. So the field is 2 slips, gully, point is a bit deep now, then there's regulation cover, regulation mid-off, regulation mid-on, square leg, and then fine leg on the fence. So this is the same field for this bowler, they've just changed it up for the bowler bowling at the Elizabeth end. Comes into bowl. And it's driven, and it beats the gap at extra cover, and the 2 fielders at cover and mid-off are chasing it down, and they're going to get 2, are they going to get a third on the arm? No, yeah, they do. Well run there. Very aggressively hit. Oh, wait. We'll have to check with that. I'm not sure if they did get 2 or 3. Comes into bowl. And straight driven back towards the ball, towards mid-off for a dot ball. The Riverside chatter has started to mellow out than it was a little while ago. Comes into bowl. And it's driven, and they're going to go for a quick single. And they make it. Well... that was a very aggressive shot because he basically drove it straight to mid-off and called the run, which meant that if it was a direct hit, he would have been out. And if his non-striking partner had hesitated, he would have been in big trouble as well. But luckily, everything worked out well. And tries to play a glance off the thigh, fails. So, dot ball there. But I'm pretty... you know, I like the look of the attitude of these Diamond Creek batsmen. They seem to be very energetic and confident, and they're looking for those runs, and they're not shy, despite the fact that they've lost 2 wickets. Comes into bowl, and it's pulled, and it's over the head of the fielder, and the fine leg fielder has to run around, and he picks it up just before, and they get 3. Wow. A very profitable over there for Diamond Creek. End of the over. Comes into bowl. And an appeal for LBW, but that was that probably pitched outside the line, outside the line of our leg stump, and would have gone down and missed leg stump as well. So that was definitely not out. Comes into bowl. Oh. Well defended there, dot ball. Comes into bowl. Left alone. Okay, so let's have a look at the field. Still, there's a slip, gully. Point is a little bit deep, maybe 2 or 3 metres. Then cover is a little bit in, maybe 3 or 4 metres in. Mid-off, mid-on, square leg, mid-wicket, and then a squarish short fine leg. Comes into bowl and defended, and they're going to go for a quick single. And they make it. Very well run again. And a nice clapping there from the pavilion by the Diamond Creek teammates. They must be very happy with these little runs they're getting here and there. Definitely they're laying the foundation for some big scoring later on in this innings. Comes into bowl. And it's aggressively driven, but an inside edge, and the ball nearly trickles back onto the stumps. And the batsman has to run back in order to protect his stumps. Although the ball wasn't going to hit them, he had to just to make sure. And all of the Riverside players screaming in... Comes into bowl. Left alone outside the off stump. The ball moving off the seam into the over. Okay, so looks like the bowler is going to be continuing to bowl from the Diamond Creek trail end. Comes into bowl. And Water, quick single. And not out. So another quick single there. Because the batsmen have only here and there been able to beat the field through their stroke play, and because the field for Riverside is a little bit further back than what you would expect, it means that a major area of run scoring is going to be those quick singles, particularly in mid-wicket and probably backward point. The gap between point and gully is probably another profitable area. Comes in the bowl and tries to do it again but fails, and it was the non-striker had overcommitted, but luckily was able to get back in time. So, well, we're this is the 15th over. Comes into bowl, and it's cover driven, but straight to the cover fielder for a dot ball. Comes into bowl, and it's cover driven and straight to cover again for a dot ball. So the balls are certainly there. These are half volleys outside the off stump. These are the good balls that you really want to drive, but you keep hitting hitting the fielder instead of the gaps. Comes into bowl and left alone. Now, this batsman has actually changed his stance, so his front foot is actually further to the offside than his back foot, which obviously allows him much more access to playing through the pointish or backward pointish region with the ball coming across him. Comes into bowl, and well defended there, and another good over for Riverside. Just the 1 run conceded, end of the over. Comes into bowl, and leg glanced, and no run there. Comes into bowl, left alone. A couple of more cars have driven into Coventry Oval, but they haven't gotten out of their cars, and so in terms of people actually sitting on the fence and watching, it's only 2. Comes into bowl, and it's very well driven, but straight to mid on for a dot ball. Comes into bowl, and attempted to go for the quick single, but with the fielder at short cover, you basically can't do that anymore, and they pulled out of it, and then there was a bit of a chuckling from the Riverside fielders when they noticed the mistake. Comes into bowl. Whoa! Playing a miss. The ball leaving the right-hander. I don't think it was movement. I think it was just the angle. The ball going away from the right-hander. Tried to play a forward defensive shot, missing the outside edge. Comes into bowl, and ooh, that was a very good ball, but he was able to dig it out. That was a maiden. End of the over. Comes into bowl. And so that was a bit of a foul up. The batsman plopping it onto the leg side for a quick single, then calling no, and the non-striker overcommitted, and then the Riverside fielders tried to throw it at the non-striker stumps, and no one was able to collect the ball. Comes in the ball. Oh, it's it's a bottom edge, and it's fielded by the keeper. So a new bowler is bowling here on the Diamond Creek Trail end, a left arm medium bowler. I believe we watched him play in game 1. Comes in the bowl. Oh, it's an inside edge and it's going down to phone leg. And just the 1 run there. Comes in the bowl, and it's driven back to the bowler, and he stops it, and it's a dot ball. So the field, 1 slip, gully, point is deepish, then regulation cover, mid off, mid on, mid wicket, and then square leg is a little bit deep, and then fine leg is almost on the fence. Comes in the bowl, and leaves the right-hander, but he leaves it alone. So the gaps you would think would be in the square leg to backward square leg and point to backward point, although it would be a bit difficult with the backward point region if the gully fielder is able to run around and cut you off. The best thing to do would be to hit it to fine leg for a 1. Comes into bowl, and it's cover driven, and the fielder is unable to stop it, and it goes down into the deep long on region, and they are going to get 2. 3 runs off the over. End of the over. Okay, so this is the 18th over. The left arm medium fast bowler is continuing to bowl from the Elizabeth end. He comes into bowl, and it's straight driven back to the bowler. The bowler does a fake throw back at the stumps, and the batsman does not flinch. Comes into bowl, and it's a drive, and it goes nowhere. So he advanced, trying to play a bit of a scoopy straight drive, and in the end it just spewed it straight to mid off for a unremarkable dot ball. Comes into bowl, and again advances, and this time it's a bit of a edgy drive, a bit of a thick outside edge, and they get 1 run for it. Comes into bowl and tries to just push it on the leg side, fielded there by mid wicket for a dot ball. And once again the weather is changing a bit. Now the sky is mostly blue. Comes into bowl and again blocks it for a dot ball. And just the 1 run off that over. It's 37 for 2. So this is the sky that's right above the ground, which is blue, mostly blue with a little clouds, and then to our left there's dark clouds, and then to our right there's dark clouds, but there is blue right above us. and the umpire signalled about the drinks situation, the beverages situation. Comes into bowl, and leg glances it, and well, I'm sorry, we didn't get those moments. The appeal for obstruction. He late glanced it off the back foot. Gully failed to get it, and backward point got it and tried to throw it at the non-striker's end. And yeah, and comes into bowl and defended off the front foot there by cover as he runs around and prevents mid-off from fielding it. Yeah, so it was an appeal for obstruction, but I don't know how serious it was, and we weren't able to capture it on film to see what the actual incident was because we went straight to the stumps. Comes into bowl and it advances and tries to cover drive it, but fails to make contact. So I think now the Diamond Creek batsmen are feeling a bit frustrated because they're trying to advance the scoring. It's still only 2 runs and over, despite the fact that they've gone past 10 over mark and now they're approaching the 20 over mark, and they haven't stepped it up a notch. Comes into bowl and tries to cover drive it, but it's in thick inside edge, back to the bowler for a dot ball. So yeah, so they should be advancing now. They would hope that the run rate would be at least 2.5. That would give them something to really set a target at, but it's still at just 2. Comes into bowl and tries to push it, and they're going for a quick single. Quick single success. So they'll have to reset, recalibrate what they're going to be doing in the second half of their innings, because as it currently stands, I mean, 2 runs and over is definitely not a defendable target. Comes into bowl and just pushes it, and a blocky, pushy shot back to straight to cover for a dot ball. End of the over. It's 38 for 2. Alright, looks like there's a change of the bowling, and we're going to bring someone. The keeper is coming up to the stump, so it's either a spinner or a medium pacer. There is a fielder at Cow's corner on the fence, right in front of the pavilion. Let's see what he bowls. Yes, it's the off spinner. We remember seeing him from game 1. So here is the fielder right in front of the pavilion at the Cow's corner region for the slog sweep shot. Comes in the bowl. And it's a full toss, and it's cover driven, and the fielder at cover saves it and throws it back, and they get... I'm not sure what they got there. Was it a run or not? Comes in the bowl and defended very well, stretching out and smothering the ball. This bowler seems to be bowling more leg breaks than off breaks, so let's just have a look. Yeah, those are leg breaks. So he was bowling off breaks in game 1, and now he's bowling leg breaks. I have no explanation for it. And short fine leg is coming in about 5 metres. Comes in to bowl and tries to play the back foot cut shot, and it just goes straight to the point fielder for a dot ball. Comes into bowl, and another one defended, well defended there. So another dot ball. End of the over, and that's drinks break, so it is time for some beverages. And the score is not as much as Diamond Creek would have liked at this situation. Riverside should be very happy. They've defended this score very well. They've kept scoring rate very low. They should be very pleased. Alright, Let's take a break now, and we'll bring you a photo montage. Welcome back. The players have had their beverages. And now we're to see the second half of the Diamond Creek batting innings. Comes into bowl. And are they going to go for a single? No, they do not. So it was a cover drive into the covers, and the fielder cover dove over it, and the fielder at mid-off had to run around and secure it, and the batsman chose not to take a run on that. So this is the 21st over, of course. Comes into bowl. Oh! Well, I think that was, you know, it looked a bit high, and it looked like it might be going down the leg side. So you can understand why the umpire was less than interested. Comes into bowl and tries to drive it, but it just goes straight to the bowler for a dot ball. Comes into bowl. Oh, it's a drive. And it's caught. Oh, well, another wicket has fallen. And it's the dreaded drinks break which has brought a wicket. So the third wicket has fallen for Diamond Creek. The score is 39 for 3. And wow, it was a half-hearted drive, as usual. The old rule is you either go hard, go big, or go home. You either hit the ball completely on the ground, or you try and hit it over the fielders. And that was just a scoopy shot that just basically hit the ball in the air at a catchable height, at a sort of range that the fielder at cover could have caught it. So it was just asking for a wicket there, as the new batsman walks out into the middle. So now Riverside will be very excited by their prospects. Not only are they been keeping the run rate down, but now that the third wicket has fallen, it becomes a situation of exactly how are they actually going to build up an innings and a partnership that's actually going to be capable of presenting a competitive target, because the target of 100 or 110 is not going to be enough. You have to have at least 130, 140 to be a competitive score here. Comes in the bowl, and it's defended. And once again, the chatter from Riverside is increasing. They seem to be very happy with what they're doing right now, and why not? Diamond Creek are just about 2 runs and over, 3 wickets down. Comes into bowl, left alone. And of the over, it's 3 for 39. So there's actually a bit of a crowd now, but most of them are sitting around the pavilion area, so we're not able to see them as clearly. Some of them are inside the building, some of them are sitting just outside. Dot ball there. And tries to cut it, but straight to cover for a dot ball. There's 2 people watching the game. Dot ball there. Comes into bowl. And late cut, goes through into the third man region, and the fielder at gully at slip has to chase it down, and they're going to go for the third on the arm. No, they do not. It's 2 runs there. And here are some more people watching the game. So we've got quite a good crowd. I'd say we've made it to about double figures. Comes into bowl, and it's aggressively driven, and they're going to get 1. Yes, they do. And here's some more people watching the game. So quite a lot of people are standing around the ground watching the game. Maybe 10 or 15 people. Very exciting stuff. Comes into bowl, and defended off the back foot and thought about a quick single, but thought better of it. So a successful over there for Diamond Creek. 3 runs off it. It's 42 for 3. So this is the 23rd over now, and so we've had 22 overs, and if Diamond Creek were scoring at 2 runs and over, they would be at 44, but they're at 42, so the run rate is about 1.9, and it really needs to boost up to at least 2.9 within the next hour. Comes in the bowl. Oh, that's a wide. Maybe not hour, I mean, there's not an hour left. So, well, by the 30th over mark, you'd want the score at least to be something around 80. But of course that would require scoring at 4 runs and over for the next 10 overs, which is a big ask. Comes into bowl, and it's aggressively driven, and it's... Oh. I thought it was better hit than that, but it just was a scoop in the air above above the heads of the bowler and the umpire, and the mid-off on fielder did a dive to try to catch it, and he failed. So it was an attempted catch there, and they stole a single there. I thought it was a better hit than that. Comes into bowl, left alone. Comes into bowl, and oh, it's an edge, and it goes through the gap between gully and slip, and it goes down to the 3rd man region, and the fine leg field has to chase it down, and they're going to get 2 there. 2 runs. Well, little bit by little bit, they're just building up something. The problem is that there hasn't been any boundaries, and there hasn't really been any boundary scoring shots. Comes into bowl, and blocked, and the bowler seems annoyed for some reason. Comes into bowl. Oh, that ball swung. That was a bit of an outswinger. So the ball's still moving a little bit. It's certainly not swinging as much as it was in the first 10 overs, but I mean, still moving both, particularly through the air, but maybe a little bit off the seam, nothing amazing. Comes into bowl, and left alone. End of the over. It's 45 for 3. Comes into bowl. Wait, no. Changing their minds here. So square leg is moving into a... Wait. What are they doing? Okay. So fine leg is gone, and now it's a slip fielder, and the mid-wicket is moving around to more of an orthodox mid-wicket, and the cow's corner is moving straighter to become a wide long on. Comes into bowl, and it's short wide attempted cut shot, misses it. So there's a huge gap at... Oh, another one. So there's 2 mid-ons now. There's a very straight, close mid-on, and then there's a wide, long one. So there's a gap, very big gap, about 50 metres between the two, which you could score runs through. Comes into bowl. Oh! And it's gone! Well, the gap was too tempting. The gap was too tempting. He swung across the line against the spin to try to get that gap on the leg side, and he fell into the trap, and he advanced down the wicket, and he was stumped. A very handsome stumping, I would have to say. Very, very swift. And suddenly, the 4th wicket has fallen, and Diamond Creek are not faring very well. They are not putting themselves in a position to set a very large total. The score is 45 for 4. As the new batsman, the number 6 batsman, walks out into the middle. They have to wonder, what are they going to do now? I mean, they have to score something above 100, but how are they going to do that? I mean, okay, in the previous games that we saw at the Margaret Oval, it was in the final 10 overs that you really boosted the score up to 130, 140, that sort of area. So there's still time to actually make those run and just make that score. As he comes into bowl, and it's a cut, but it's straight to the fielder at point for a dot ball. So there's still time. I mean, as the ball gets older, scoring will get easier, and you will be able to get a 120, 110 score. Short, wide, cut, straight to point again, dot ball. But the question is, what position are you in to make that advance? And they decide, no run there. So a wicket maiden, that's the 2nd wicket maiden in 4 overs. It's 45 for 4.